Well, the fucking stream crashed. The stream blooming crashed. What a frustrating situation that. But that's how things go. So, yeah. You know, I had the blooming character's name and I've forgotten it, so I'm gonna move back a bit, go into the past, and understand what it means to be a human and find this blasted track. Not quite sure what I'm talking about, but there we go. I just talks. I does what I likes and I likes. If you know, you know. I does what I likes and I likes. No one's watching, are they? He just ended the stream, no. Why do I keep saying that? Why do I keep saying that? Dude. Oh, there we go. So we got somebody watching. Hello, we're back. Hopefully the music ain't blasting everyone's ears out this time. To be fair, I wasn't doing it last time either, to be honest. Apart from when I was being silly. I organically brought the volume from 0 to 100 to emphasize the silliness and the sarcasm of stupid tracks that I've made that I enjoy. Okay. So the computer crashed, by the way, if you wanted to know what happened. If you have any questions or want to carry any conversation before, go ahead. If you ask specific questions, I'm better with that. If you want me to ask you questions, then ask me to ask you questions. I don't know. Or don't. Just, you know, this is... I don't know, I'm so sad, to be honest. But I'm just getting through it and working on projects. So. To be fair, only a day ago I thought I was never going to do this anymore, so here we are again. Here we are. And I'm going to be totally real with you guys, I don't know if I'll finish this project, but I'm still going along with it. Wonderful. Nah. The I'm going to call you Muku because I like it, which is basically Muku anyway, isn't it? So. He was indeed in deep pain. Do as you like. Oh. Oh, the computer for sure. Everything. Multiple tabs. Streaming, games, rendering, compiling, engines up and on. It's, yeah. Playing music full blast. I'm surprised. I'm impressed by the fact that computers can even do that. I'm so sick of looking at this thing. Right. So we need to move this camera now to this fucking front now. And then hopefully we can change the character model, the caterpillar, to something else. And we're going for Morrowind vibes at the moment, by the way. Where that's what we're not trying to make Morrowind, but we're trying to go that kind of way. We're trying to get a character walking around with hands and weapons. Maybe a bit of Final Fantasy vibes. That would be cool. Like Final Fantasy / Zelda / Morrowind vibes. I don't know. Okay. Right. So. Translate. Okay, where are we at? So I'll try to talk. So at the moment I'm looking for something. I'm looking for the correct matrix to mess with, which we had already. So it's 4 AM on your... Yeah, I'm getting a bit tired. I can feel my eyes twinkling, but... So it's going to be a bit short. I might be heading off, not right at this moment, but... So rotate model world. Char model. So we're looking for, because we've already done it, we've already solved the problem so far, I think. It's just finding the correct number to mess with. I'm going to try and self-commentate while. Okay, where is this? Model world. World forward, world. Camera follows character. So that's in the middle. That's not. Whatever, as long as it does the job, right? Let's see at the moment, unless that's not going to work. Should move forward or move somewhere. Okay, so it has moved to the right. Okay. Oh. The fuck? Go backwards. Right, where are we at now? Alright, let's go way back. Okay. Oh, it's the position of the actual thing. Oh my god, I've been moving the actual model, not the camera. Fucking hell. Oh, because it said model world position, I should have read that. Right, I don't know why it's not back where it was. Anyways, where's the blasted thing? What? Is that... Are the people back? I guess they disappeared. That's so sad. I don't blame them though. Can we move the camera to the front? Can the ability to change okay. How does it know that? Alright, let's see if it knows what it's talking about. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'll give it a go. Restart. Oh god. Where is it? That's some Zelda shit going on. Alright. Let me think about this. So, the model you want to follow. To be fair, you could use it in here. Oh, it's the same shit all the time. Fucking hell, so dumb. So, oh, is that so? So I could see that because in a sense you because you get to like still learn stuff or hear things or just get into that vibe, to have feeling that vibe. There's definitely an energy to it. There's like an adrenaline or an electricity or like you know, like something. It depends on what kind of coder you're watching though, innit, of course. So it's a fascinating thing to see the differences there. Where there are patterns there. So because I for me, oh, this song is so beautiful. I love this song. So emotional I am. I really am. Anyways, so where was I going with this? Going to I I usually watch like gameplay people. So like I'll probably like watch somebody playing a video game. Being close to crash out. As well, instead of having some good times getting frozen by game now, I can just chill and just learn by watching you being close to crash out. Then having some good times. I can just chill, just now watching you being close to. You know, I can just. I think I hope that I can provide entertainment, but I mean, really, somehow a progression in your life in some form, like through emotional support, through this, or thought support, or information support. That is important, I think. Usually I watch Gaming too, but I don't know, since I just thought there's some of them now, I'm pretty excited to code. Crow? Oh. Since I got there, I just started some of now I'm really excited to code. Usually I watch gameplay too, but since I got... Yeah, so for you... Yeah, because you're in that mode. Yeah, okay, I'm in code mode. I want to learn coding, you know? That's probably what it is. So you'll probably like to stick with what the thing is that you're doing, isn't it? That's probably why it works for you, or whatever. Oh. This is doing now. God. First, but oh, thank fuck, right. Okay, that's something at least. Okay, why are we inside? It's like Jabba Jabba's belly from Ocarina of Time, except it's like psychedelic or something. Like it's like the 80s versions of Jabba Jabba's belly. Move character. Camera follows in both modes. Right. How is it moving? I don't know if it's moving. At least, okay, at least we got the camera in a sort of first person view, so now we can like fix that. Ew, get out of there, there's no square. Yeah, if it's not squared up by time the multiples of 2, get out of it. This is a programming situation right here. If the eyes feel too high, low or forward back, change the constant of the vec4. Good. to change this thing. Okay. You don't have to ask me anything. I'm just saying, like, that definitely. Okay, are we getting closer to the front of that fucker, man? Come on. I want to be seeing his tongue now. Please. Fun times, eh? Where are we? Whoa. Map view. That's how you get map view, by the way, if you wanted to know. This is it right here. Just put some styling on it. Yeah. There it is. So that's the power of made. Okay, like about programming in particular, about your stuff. Like, okay, like about programming too. Oh, anything. I wonder where Fink went. Probably like, gosh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, and then left. I'm just getting with. Okay. I'll ask you a question as well, so you've got something to do if you want. Right, let's keep. Did you try to write efficient code? I think if the code were, if I got to a point where I was like, okay, this is a good template, I'll probably sit there and go, okay, let's. So I'm going to be real with you. I'll just ask like the cursor or something to like help me figure out what things can be done to make it more efficient. Because I'm just going to be honest, right? Okay, look, my preference is I prefer mind-oriented coding, so where you can literally just write like you're writing. Do you know what I mean? Like writing like a book, or writing a script for like a stage thing or whatever. Maybe not that kind of style, but just like telling it what to do. So having all this technology that we have now recently has really helped with that, I think. So I can see what people do. Yeah, exactly. Flow. Yeah, I need immediate results. I need it like write it, see it. If I don't get that, after a while, I've noticed it happen to me so many times. I will literally just stop. I will stop. I will not have that motivation. I can like really like set into it. I'll be like, oh my god, I can't wait to, get a, I don't know what it is, a sprite on the screen or something like that in a 2D game or something like that. And it's like a long process, like Win32 level kind of shit, or like even OpenGL, like maybe not so much OpenGL now. I probably wouldn't struggle with 2D with OpenGL much like I'm doing with 3D at the moment. This is different. I'm not saying I wouldn't find it hard, but it would be a different circumstance. So, but that delay, that wait, would could eat at me eventually. It's like, I mean, what is it? What is this? What is it? What are we doing here? Like, what am I doing? I'm messing around with symbols to make other symbols do things. The thing is, people look at this and they're like, you need to be a pro, or you need to be the best of the best, and all this, and it's like you need to be able to write it from scratch. And it's like, dude, I literally, like, if the languages worked like mind-oriented people worked, then that would help. But this is non-mind-oriented, so what am I supposed to do with that? Am I supposed to just sit there in pain every fucking day like I did? I mean, I didn't do this, what I'm doing right now. So imagine like years on and off of maybe not doing this to the fullest extent, maybe doing a bit of it, not knowing that I'm doing this, if that makes sense. I literally didn't know I was doing that. I might have, had some small inklings back then of it, like, do you know what I mean? But not to the level I do. Like, it was more like, oh, that worked. I'll keep copying, but it wasn't. Oh, I'll keep copying, and that's the solution to coding. Like, I just copied because that solved the problem in that moment. I feel like I'm just saying the same thing, but there's a. I think there's something about flow. I think flow in anything is a preference, you know? Some people flow slow, some people flow fast, some people flow in the middle. Some people flow with certain requirements, you know, and that also varies in speed. Some people, actually, maybe a better way to put it is some people flow with sensations, some people flow with emotions, well, that's sensations. Some people flow with thought, you know, some people flow with memory, some people flow with vibration, you know. Some people flow with logic, etc., etc. And so if the language you're using isn't flowing, like you have to find, either not do it, find another alternative option, or get someone else to do it. I don't know, am I missing something? It's yeah. So I think it's impressive when you see somebody being able to work with their flow very well. But I'm not gonna get upset or pissed or get emotional too much about it anymore. I don't care. Like, if I'm shit, I'm shit. Like, at least I get to make the fucking game I wanted to make. I mean, yeah, it's not as good as it could have been if I had had that way of going about it. But I don't think that's necessarily. I feel like this is flowing more than C#, even if it is more complex and exhausting. Yes, definitely that. C# is yeah, it's interesting because C# is very hot. Is like it's a patch, you know, in a way. It's like a patch over C, you know, patch over Java. Or it's like, you know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of confusing syntax that doesn't really, like, why. But then there's other syntax which is like, yeah, that's so cool. Like, one of the things I like, I don't know if it's actually performant, but there's one thing when you're reading files, it's a method called read all files or some shit like that. And I'm like, that's sick. Like, it just reads it all for you. So if you're trying to load shaders in, it just read all files and it's in that fucking container and you're ready to go. No fucking around. You know, you don't have to sit there with like if streams and, you know, all these like different streams and stuff, and cutting the text up into new lines and all this kind of stuff. It's like, just take the text, put it into the fucking container and throw it up to the bloody pipeline. You know? And also with C#, it does have a lot of magic for sure, and it has built-in UI shit, which is great, you know. Although I'm not so many different versions with C#, and it's like, yeah, C++ and C doesn't really come with that. So if I wanted to do GUI, I'd either have to drop down to Win32, probably not use Qt. I'll probably go with WX widgets, to WinForm and stuff. Yeah, exactly, WinForm. What a beast. That has been around for so long now, and so many programs have used it for so many things. It's such a, you could almost say it's like a piece of history in its own way. Like, kind of like how Win32 is, and what's the other one? The that's Win32 based. It's something that's like the WinC API or something. There's some cool shit with Windows though, like some cool like nerdy 90s vibe stuff there, just like Mac OS was back then. You know, with like it was called it was before GDI, or there was something else. They made Sims Town with it and stuff like that. I was reading up on that a little recently, but a while back. So you use the Win API to get with the graphics card driver. Yes, with that, you know, that 3D thing I was showing you, that was like me walking around in a room and there was like all this checkerboard and there was like a floating eye thing. That was using Win API exclusively, to my understanding. There was no DirectX or OpenGL unless it's using under the hood or something. That was pure byte blitting to the screen, blitting graphics to devices and stuff. Native coding, which is what SDL would be. SDL might be probably using hardware acceleration. Yeah, with WinThorms it's like classes and methods and stuff like that, whereas with Win32 it's like basically C made more alien. Like, I'm so if we Win32 the Forger. So I'm not, this is true, if I'm not mistaken, I actually from memory writ this out once. I couldn't do it today. I'd have to like really practice at it and keep writing it out until I got it. But I'm not glowing. I'm just saying that's how hard coding can be. But this is Win32 right here. But I've got the Charles, or I did have the Charles Petzold book as well, which is fucking massive. It's like the size of like a small pillow in terms of how thick it is. Not even a small one, like a medium-sized pillow probably. But here, you know, this is like you're basically creating like a container to hold characters in for your name for your class, your window class. Then you're creating a callback window procedure with a bunch of parameters. This is your window handle. This is your messages for the event queue down here. Where is it? Is that the same one? Oh, it's a lowercase one for some reason. I wonder what that's about. Why is it? Oh, because the event queue is here, sorry. Yeah, so this is your switch statement. So when you close the window, it destroys the window, so there's a function for that. This is C, so it's functions, not classes. Then if you destroy the window, press the X button over here, then it's posting quit message. So that's what it might be doing. And then default is just the default window procedure, whatever that is for. Maybe that's so that this stuff, these containers are working. I'm not sure. And W parameter and L parameter might be to do with the command line. And here's your switch statement. So this is how you like go through different things. So say this was like a contain. This message was a number container, right? Like an integer or float container, and you wanted to maybe numbers for ease, and you want to check for the number 1, then you could just do case 1, case 2, and so on. Make sure you break it with semicolons, and so forth. Then you have your window main here. So this is basically your ints main for C for the Win32 API. And so you have instances. I'm not entirely sure what they are. Maybe there's like instances of a window, previous instance of a window. Command line shit, command line show. And of course these are structures. So this is a WC structure, this is a window handle structure, that's a message structure. Then you have your window class, which we define, that we use the struct in. The struct has all these attributes in it, so CP size, whatever, I don't know what that means. Style, so that if you wanted to style it, I think, I'm not sure. Window procedure, which is this. Then some extra bullshit you don't have to worry about. There's your instance handle. Then your icons, or whatever icon you want, because it uses resource files. So, which is kind of complicated to explain, but it's like a text file with a bunch of text in it, with labels and numbers and shit like that, and whatever. But and then one of the things isn't default. I think Win32 has this default is one of them called IDI application and IDC arrow. That's your cursor. So one of the resources with the so if you want to change your like arrows in Win32. Like the actual design, like the cursor type, like the color of the graphic of it, this is one way you do it through raw source files, if not the only way, if I'm not mistaken. This is how you change the background of a window, right? So it's using the horizontal brush, and it's using whatever the fuck color that is, probably white based on that. You know, then you're loading your icon in, which is IDI application, which is that thing there. And then obviously you've got to register your class, or you've got to check if it's if registered class was true or not, and then open up a dialog box with null and a bunch of buttons here. These are your buttons here, and then whatever the fuck you want to write in the dialog box, and if it was an error or something. I think that might be a thing that auto generates text, but I'm not 100%. So it tells you what the actual error is. Let's see if you typed anything inside. Sounds a lot more frustrating. Just that gives me a headache. So much for less results. Also, what the fuck are these namings again? Also, did you saw my error code copying setup? Not yet, but you can definitely show. Also, what the fuck are the names? Yes, absolutely abhorrent. I don't know who comes up with this dumb ass shit. Sorry if I don't think they're watching here. This is the dumbest design I've ever seen for anything. Like, why does it have to be like? I mean, at least it's simplerish, but not anywhere close to it. That is a little bit better, right? Because that's basically English. I appreciate that. That's English. If you're going to do it in this non-minority way. But this, like, what? Like, what is the point of all that? But, you know? I don't know if you want me to keep going, but there you go. So I mailed it. Also, oh sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me check my email. I know you sent me an email earlier. I saw you say it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so immediately, I'm feeling a kind of like a cleanliness, a kind of like continuation, of like flow. There's like something about spaciousness and continuation and not stopping. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. With the big monitor that keeps going, the big desk that keeps going. And obviously, you've got your Game Boy there, yellow, classic. You've got Pokemon's Crystal. I don't know what the other game is above that. Is that Pokemon? So I know Pokemon Sapphire and Gold, and then maybe Pokemon Yellow. Then you got is that Magic of the Gathering cards or something up there? Cool anime dolls made out of, I don't think it's silicone, I think it's some kind of plastic. It might be that sort of floppy plastic, so it might be hard rubber or something. I'm not sure. You got a microphone as well. I wonder what brand your microphone is. Got your headphones there. Discord. Got me up there. I appreciate. Got your laptop with a bunch of music on there from Spotify. Is that a Logitech mouse? Or I think that's a Logitech mouse. Got a bunch of plants there, which are wicked. Nature. Oh, you're an orderer type of person? Maybe you're an orderer type of person. I don't know. You're giving me Thin Matrix vibes. I don't know if you've seen that character before. Oh, I got him back. I've got gold, silver, crystal, Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Damn, I haven't heard. Yu-Gi-Oh's been. I forgot about Yu-Gi-Oh! I got Gen 1, Gen 3 Japanese, all cartridges. Got Gen 1. Oh, oh, right, for all the Pokemon genres. Wow, so that's for overly Pokemon fan. My desk setup is horrendous. Yeah, let's show you why mine is, if you want to see it. Find the camera app. How do I send this to on there? So share to email. How do I send this to my bloody email again? There it is. Send it to myself. Go on. That's what we're going to do. Then where is it? There it is. So that's my desk. I know it's so cliche, but deskception. Deskception. Pay attention, you'll see it. I see it. Sometimes they're connected to the code on the MacBook. Oh right, okay. Oh, okay, so you got best of both worlds. Go on. I need to eat that cinnamon bun roll in that wrapper, by the way. Linus Torvald vibes here. Oh, that's no surprising because my opposite functions are the same that he is. He's a internal optimizer type. He's a which I don't know, like a mastermind type of person, right? And my reversal functions are he's primary. So he sees with the vibration of the self, right? The world with the vibration of self, but he also sees the present moment. He also sees his individuality. He also sees the darkness, right? So it's intriguing to see that, see that. I should have more orange and cyan in my room. We're fixing that. But back then I thought I was an internal vibration person. So I thought I was like hardcore abstraction vibrationist. Well, I didn't know about vibration at the time, but a very absorbative person. But that is definitely not true. Not in that way, anyways. But Linus Torvald, he has that desk. He has that. Last video I saw of it, he was like doing exercise on while he was working or coding or something. And he uses a particular version of a text editor as well. What did your guitar pieces sort to look like that? Seems like you load some image in Blender that was too large to be handled by this. So this fucking computer's, so it's obviously been moved around, and like at times I've had to go inside to fix something or something like that, and so it got tiring to undo the casing. And then obviously when because I travel with the PC, like I would take it to my aunt's or whatever, and shit like that, so I'd have to, sometimes take something out, or there was and obviously like wear and tear over time from like just pulling on wires, plugging in wires. I mean the front USB on the front where you see the Bluetooth little adapter and the wire that's going down, which is feeding my headphones. The KS Audio ANO7s or something. Castor Pros. Anyways, the actual Bluetooth hardware behind the shell, the actual the casing is wobbling. So, and it can come out. So yeah, that kind of happened one point. I was trying to plug a USB in and it just kind of went through the damn entire shell of it. I was like, what? Or something like that. I can't remember, it was a while back. But so yeah, it's just repeatedly taking stuff off, or just getting tired with it, or moving it around, or traveling in a car with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, so imagine taking an entire PC setup with you in your car just so you can use your computer at your auntie's because you don't have a laptop. So that's how it worked for a while. It went on and off. I described it quite well, didn't I? The front and the desk, innit? Light beige. I don't know. Maybe I could have been a bit more colourful with my mouse pad words. Itching all over here, man. You load some image in Blender that was too large to be handled by this. Yeah, it just, the vertices just kind of like rendered like the CPU into like a vortex, like, so that it just heated up, and then when it heated up, it like bounced off the fucking graphics card or something like that, and then flung around and took, dented up the casing, and I had to take it off, and then I bent it into a utensil that then I could use to cut food with. Because when you're cutting carrots, it's always important to use your computer case as a dagger. It's so important. If you're not using refined metal from your computer case to cut carrots, then You're not Gordon Ramsay, okay? I think the PC tried to become one with the manual and felt, yeah, yeah. It was like a birthing. It's like, and the fucking and all the damn the casing just fell off. Yeah, there was no binding. It bent. I tried to look at the pages as well, and what I saw was just like these weird scratches on it, and I started to think that like it's like somebody like from the developers were like some kind of alien creatures or something like that, and they were trying to like rewrite history through the markings and the symbols I was seeing. It was so insane. I mean, when I looked at it, I truly thought that aliens might be a possibility, because the geometric language that was being told there was like, it's like I was almost like I could smell the symbols from the bullshit that I was talking right now. Your setup seems a bit experienced. An interesting point to be made. In the sense that there's a detachment between the main PC and how far away my bed is from it. Or is it that there's about 44 wires going different directions, underneath food, over food, behind fans? Like my setup is clean. Almost seems, yeah, like it's interesting. Yeah, it almost seems like you could have gone into a store and maybe you could have thought, oh yeah, the staff probably use that about 10 times, or maybe they use it regularly, but they've kept it well kept. It does have that sort of vibe to yours. I know we're just staring at fucking wood here, but I think it's important to be one with wood. This music is quite elegant, and yours seems to have gone through a lot, especially tower. Yeah. This is the nerdy version of the stone towers, except one of the towers. Actually, let's not go that way. But yeah, yeah, seems to have gone through a lot, especially yeah. It works in there. The one thing that's like the biggest, I'm going to use the C-bomb here, cunt of the motherboard, is that one of the wires for the power cord, like there's the power cord that literally goes into the power cable, not the one that goes on the back. Thank you. I could literally feel like a vibrating magenta coming from my feet all the way up. Thank you. Like as I mentioned, you see the work. You see the work. Yeah, you see how dedicated someone is to their craft, because you can just walk into a room and you can see it. Notes everywhere, computer trashed, wear and tear. This is something that Rand Miller was talking about, and I think Robin Miller. When you're making 3D graphics, I need to do a stream where I actually load up a emulation of the Mac OS thing from that time and show you Stratavision, one of the Stratavisions. I think I might have got the exact version, or one very close to it. That's like early times. I don't know. And I was doing 3D models very similar to the way that they were doing for Myst. I'm not trying to gloat there, but I just think it was interesting. Yeah, no, no, dude. I was coding. I mean, I can look. I mean, I could do this by hand. Like, okay, you want to see some SD? Fuck it. Let's do SFML, man. Let's Oh, setting that bastard up is a bastard, man. Okay, let's do it a different way then. Like, okay, let's just pretend I've got it set up. I'm not gonna. It's gonna take ages. Not ages, but. So let's see. What do we need? Like documentation. So we always need so we need this. So, why do I always go back? Go to Z or something else. Fuck. Right, so you're obviously going to copy this. I don't know what that does, but So, fuck's sake. So here's your code. So you've got your usual bullshit with these frameworks. You got your window set, your window mode with your X and the Y position, right? Your texture with your image, and then your sprite, and then you give the sprite the texture. Yep, and the font. Okay, I've got everything for you here. It's pretty cool. So you know, if I was trying to make this into a game, I would be like, okay, what do I need first? Well, I need player, so I'll just go class player, public, and then like load, update, I think. Spawn or render or something. Probably render here, so you know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? And then you would be like, okay, well, how do you get a player on there? Well, you need a texture, so let's just do that. So we get a texture, player text, right? There's your player text. I don't know if that's gonna work, but we'll try it. And obviously you need a sprite, otherwise nothing's gonna be shown on the screen. So player sprite, right? And then you want to load that shit in there. So player text equal, what is, how do you load? So equal text, is that correct? No, wait. Isn't it like this? What's going on? I think that's how that works. And obviously, I'm doing this from memory right here, like it's something I've seen already. That might be a way to start it. Then you want, obviously, because you want to do like sprite animation, then you would you're gonna have to do regioning, so which basically means taking an image and picking an area, and you probably want delta time. So I don't know what delta time is. It usually I try to create. Can I tell you a setup? Doesn't seem to be. Oh, cool. Also, the question earlier with good code, etc. A message retractor. Okay. Usually I try to create perfect code performance and clean with real architecture. This is help me back because man, I'm a beginner. I won't write peak code. So I try to just keep it simple. No, that's a good thing. You know, I think when you're first learning the shit, just do the bare minimum that you can do to get stuff working. You know, and then just look at the stuff. With SFML, you've got a nice little framework. If you can get it working, you've got a nice little framework here. It is hard to not overthink things. Exactly right. If my perspective of this is correct, I think you can look at SFML code and know kind of what's going on, but you don't know. But there's some kind of struggle. What's the struggle? And I made a lot of progress and I did a lot of mistakes. Okay, yeah, of course, mistakes are fine as always. Progress is great. Is that the correct way to do that? That's really bugging me. Let me find out. Hello? I'll change the music in a bit. Change it up, you know. Come on, bastard. Yeah, I know I do. I would paste it if you'd let me, but for some reason you always have to wait till you finish your line. There's probably an intentional delay. Okay, obviously the render target, yeah. Okay, so I was actually on point. Good. Yeah, it was trying to fill out more than I needed. I just wanted to know if that was correct, so that's cool. Right, where were we? It's hard to know. Structuring, doing good post. This is the stuff I got stock on. Structuring. Oh, what do you mean? So when you're doing, this is called an assignment, right? That equal sign is an assignment, right? This is an equal to operator, if I'm not mistaken. That is an assignment. So if you want to do like an equation to something, like say int x, you probably already know this sort of stuff, but 1 times 4, right? Assignment is for that, you know? So I was trying to figure out how to assign this container. It's actually a method. It's a class object, right? This is your class, so it would be the same as similar to if I was doing this, right? And then there's a shit ton of functions, shit ton of methods in there, right? Right, and then that's the call operator, right? Call, another silly thing. It's easy now. Looking back, like when I first saw this, I was like, "What the hell? That's so dumb." Maybe that's so dumb. It I don't know. It probably looked aesthetically pleasing though. But yeah, and then you just obviously whatever the method is, texture, and obviously it takes a const char, whatever the fuck that is, parameter. And I just wanted to know if that's how you correctly assign a. Is it a private variable? I think it's a private variable. I'm not sure. Or class variables. And that is correct. So that's what you do. So you just setting that up, and then you'll be like, okay, well, you know, obviously you need that render target thing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but yeah. So if you have any questions, then let me know about that kind of stuff. But I'm not quite sure what I was going on with this. What I was trying to make. But oh, there you go. Thank you. There you go. There's your answer. There's your answer. I would say if you're a beginner, no, I made them up because you need that when you want to do stuff, because you're gonna have a loop, right, and you have your rendering area right here, right? So I would put I would be like, okay, player.render here. Or actually what I would do is I'd probably maybe even have that player in a stage class. So I'd make like an environment or a stage class and then put the player in there, so that when I load the game, I'm loading that stage and then the player is on that stage. That's how I would probably do it. And that's how you do player render there. And then if you were doing loading, you can do it here before the while loop. So player.load, right? And then what else do we have? Update. Well, you want to put update in here as well, right? Because you need your tick, your delta time, right? So inside of here, you would do a lot of your logic. So logic would go in here. So like movement, you know, like player, is it player sprite.x or whatever, however they do it on there, .x plus equal, is it plus equal or equals player x times dt or something, maybe +1, something like that, I don't know, you know, and then whatever player sprite x would be, which would be in here. So hopefully that's got a bunch of stuff attached to it. I'm not sure, but that would be if you go if you want to do keyboard, you go if key press whatever it is equal whatever it's called, sfml underscore right or something. I'm gonna move left actually. That's very basic, because it starts getting complicated, because then you've got to deal with like animation and then like different kinds of different sides of the animation, and you have to use variables to sort of check flags and things like that to get it working correctly. I thought about layered loading, like loading the map, then the player, then the UI. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it that way. I actually think it might be better to write it out by hand. I've heard that before from various places. Can't name them off the top of my head, but there might be a better way. It might be better to write out the code sometimes. This looks a lot like how you. I'm sure I've seen this kind of workflow done so many times in so many places. It's not a bad workflow, so I don't think so. I don't think it's. I like it. I wouldn't want to write all this shit out on hand. I classify it. You know what I mean? I'd have like a class stage or whatever. This would be for, you know, the rooms, the zones, whatever, etc. I'd have a class for items, you know, whatever that is. Class for weather, maybe. I don't know. Obviously a class for UI. Of course, yeah. That's another thing. Actually, I think that's a good thing, because it gives you a point of reference. Like you can say, oh well, I've done it this way before, and it worked or it didn't work for me. No, yeah, you unlocked your fucking Pandora box. You know, you're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking code Minecraft tomorrow. I get it. I really get it. I remember when I first started and I was in Python, and that was back in the day, and I mean, actually, I could probably kind of show that, actually. Oh, Pokemon, okay. That means you want 2D sprites, you want some kind of battle event class or something, or like some class that can like take you into like a different like battle zone or something. Oh yeah, yeah, I've done raycast engines and all sorts. Sure, I can show you some. Let's see. With and without help on that, to give or take. Done tons of stuff. I started in Python. Not that I was like coding Python day in day out, but like that was, you know. So this is one of the things I was working on. So I was trying to do raycast engine with a bit of vibe coding there, but so this is all the kind of shit. So I can try and run this on the term. Oh, there we go. Lag is happening. I better close stuff down before my computer crashes again. What the fuck? Right, let's is it oh man, what is it again? I've got a bat file here, so I don't have to do all that shit. Oh wait, CMD. There we go. Yeah, it's got like some music, so I was trying to do like, so some vibe code in there, but this is what I was doing. I was just trying to get like sprite going, right, you know, whatever, and it does do. It's doing the one where it draws the slices based on that thing that's got the lights flacken, they're coming out of it, the little lines coming out. Whatever it hits, if it hits something that's like a wall, then it will just draw a bunch of sliced rectangles. That's why it looks all kind of weird looking. Stuff like that. There's obviously a sprite over here. It's using mouse look. But actually in this, I think, hold on, there should be an actual player sprite here that can be moved around, unless it got taken out. That actually, the fuck is the player? Unless it went away. There's a player codes here, so, but I don't know. There's a chat box. He's already crashing. Whoa, that's so cool. Exactly, it is, and it is very cool. its way. Where's the fucking... There's the animation. So this is how you would do animation, by the way, if you want to see it in Pygame. It's a lot of shit, man. But basically, this is the little fucker right here. This is the thing, right here. That modular method. That's the modular method of doing animation. Now that you could probably maybe try that in your languages, but it may or may not work. But that's a part of it. You know, you're basically saying that. I guess let me just understand this a bit, because I don't know what I is here. And where the fuck it's defined. Oh, it doesn't need to be, because I'm so used to being in C, C++, I'm waiting for the variable declare. So, alright, anyways. So that's just a container for this result, and what we're doing is we're getting delta time here, right? And we're doing a kind of division or something. I'm not entirely sure what that operator is, but it's some kind of crazy division. And we're doing that on a time step, right? Which is defined here. So 100 units. So every cycle of the game, we are dividing by 100, or whatever that is. That might be flooring it, which basically means makes it like. Let me just find out what the fuck that thing's doing. The actual. Actually, we don't need to write that. What is the What is the? Okay, floor division, right. So it basically turns the number from a decimal into an integer, effectively, by using a method called floor. And that's what that operator does. Whoa, that's a bit too much, man. That's a bit too much. Even with a magnifying glass, I would actually struggle to see that. Right. So we're doing that. We're chopping off the delta. We're saying, okay, here's your cycle time, which whatever the number is, some weird number, and then we're saying, right, chop the shit off, so any decimal shit, so it's basically just a flat number, right, an integer number. But I guess we're doing that by 100 units, whatever that. Why that? I don't know. Maybe that makes it so it's like the time between each. Well, effectively what it's doing is changing the number in it, so it will affect the game because of that. And so this is just saying, I guess, floor it by 100. I don't know what that actually entails numerically. Just chop off the decimal and then what, divide it? I guess it's a division, isn't it? Oh, okay. So you're dividing it by 100. So whatever the delta to the cycle time is, you're chopping off the decimal, so it's an integer, a single-digit number, and then you're also dividing it by 100. So you get this like smaller number, and then that's what you're going to use to get the remainder of, based on the frame count, which in this situation is 0, because it's idle and it's. Well, no, sorry, it's 4. Sorry. Because there's 4 frames in that animation, right? And then because you have to move a region of the image, you have to use a rectangle to do that. So we're doing that on the index. So this is basically like creating an index using the cycle time, the division, the integerization, and the remainder of whatever that is for. So this is probably going to be like a number that works with the remainder of 4, or any number maybe, I don't know. And that's your index that you're using to. So you're going to go 132, 132, 132, 132. Oh, it's actually it's more like 132, 232, 332, 432, and that's what the multiplying is doing. And so that's changing the region of the sprite animation. So if you go into your sprite art, you've probably seen this before, obviously, but here is this one. So if we go here, idle, you can see there's 4 frames, so it's just doing that 32, 232, 332, 432. Then if you move the region on the Y down, then you do the same, but it would be these sprites instead. Then if you did it again, it would be the same. If you wanted to go down, then you would just do it on the Y or whatever. So whatever, Y1 32, Y2 32, Y3 32, YX is that way, Y that way, whatever. Man, we have 7 AM here. What have I done? I understand. Hey, I'll probably be heading off soon. I do want to get a little bit more done, but I don't know with the code. If this will be a complex step for me if I'm going to animation. Yeah, animation is crazy, dude. Like I wouldn't even be able to like fully just write it out by hand to you. You know what I mean? I have to show you like code I've already written or something. Because it's kind of complicated. Okay, I can show you kind of one of the, it's not foolproof, but there is something like if accumulator is greater than equal delta time or something, right? And then you would have like var accumulator, you know, equals 0. Obviously delta time is just going up, and then you can maybe divide it by a second or something like that. I'm not sure. So, and then obviously take it away. Oh, there you go. There you go. It's doing it for us. So I don't know how. Which seems like it just repeated what we did, kind of. But yeah. So you update and render, yeah. But that's not how you would do that, though, necessarily. But that's how you would reset it back to the beginning that it was in, and this is where you would do your frame stepping, right, if I'm not mistaken, because every time you do this it's going to be maybe 1 second, so you would do frame step plus 1 or whatever, frame step plus 1 or something, or equal, sorry, and then or frame count or something. And then you would just go into your sprite region parameter and change the, you do like a frame count, right, which would be your index, or frame index actually. Then you do like times, is it times frame step, or frame step times I think it's this actually, and you would just do that in the whatever the destination is or the source. Actually, source, and it's source rectangle, source region of that whatever the image method you're using. Something like that. It's kind of complicated, but yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a bit. That's fair enough. Please go to enjoy your sleep, and I'll be on again today at some point. If you want to come out, I'll be around. We'll be doing the stream stuff first, so we'll be doing some website stuff, so you get to see me make some website. And yeah, absolutely, no problem. And I can show you how to make websites or something. You want to see how it's done. Not like I'm like the spokesperson. A lot. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, to get your rest, have some food, hang out with your people. You know, whoever moves you at your deepest. You know that's what I say. Anyway, okay. I might stay on a little bit longer. It depends on if there's any more. Is there any more people around? Oh, it's just us. Oh yeah, I might call it then for tonight. And then I'll be on about 12 or in the early evening. We'll see. And we will try to. I'm probably going to continue working on this off. Actually, I might stay on. Actually because I'm going to continue anyways. So, but yeah, see you then. And like I said, you got my email. And if anybody else who doesn't have it or does have it, then here it is. So for feel free to message me. Pleasurable, preferable messages, not insulting ones. I do advise, suggestions, whatever, that's fine. I'll stay on stream though. Anyways, I'll see you then. Have a good night. I ain't stopping yet, mate. I might even try and get terrain done. Exactly. Yeah, it's a magical thing, man. When you can just fully zen, you can get in the moment. Like, it's gonna be bliss. I'll probably just pop some music on and fucking blast through this shit, and then see what I can get done there. What I can't promise this, but I could attempt to make an SFML game or something. Like I can like dedicate it to you if you want. I don't know. That might be a bit overkill, but not for me personally, but for you. But anyways, that's just something to think about in the future. Anyways, right, I'm going to carry on. So see you later. And I'll keep saying what streams well, because fuck it. Music was quite nice actually, kind of tame though. Not the kind of music I necessarily would always listen to. But it looks like I got some more subscribers. I'm so thrilled about that. Like really. Thank you for hanging out and being here. And 36, that's cool. 288 views. Fucking hell. Wow. I'm so sorry if that was a boring stream. We'll work on it. I think I'm better like this. Anyways, I'm just looking at my bloody channel. What's going on here? I'm so excited to see these new subscribers. Think. That's kind of mad. Is he a refiner? Oh my god. He might be a refiner. He might be a refiner. That's so cool. Hold on, I just want to hear this and then we'll get back to that. Get back to that music. Hello. Hello, Vigneshvu 9890. Listen to the hum of millennials. We'll get back to code in just a minute. If you've got any questions, let me know. I will happily answer anything, any kind of question, how to do this, how to do that, or blah blah blah, I don't care. Oh, if it's personal question, go ahead, ask that too, I don't care. Or non-personal, or if you want me to ask you a question. I was supposed to ask fucking McHugh about the fucking question. Blasted, I'm gonna have to remember it for tomorrow. Which, well, later today actually. Okay, that's enough of that. That's cool. But we'll try and get a different music going. We've been listening to this for a bit, so let's find some of this stuff. Yeah, should we go a bit darkish? Let's go darkish for a bit. So I've got to open up VS Studio again, and I'll tell you where we're at. I was just showing him how to do, showing McHugh how to do some animations and other kinds of stuff, technical stuff. Well, what's this fucking going on here? Oh, tab. Here we go. Maybe we should get some bit more fancy music than that. Let's just we need something that a bit more. Oh, it's a bit harsh enough for today. No, maybe we can get away with it. Let's see. Let's see the vibe. Does it work? Could do vaporwave for a change. It's a bit different. Should do. Yeah, vaporwave is perfect for this time of night, time of day. Let's do vaporwave. Fuck it. Yeah, so cheesy. Let's get the correct one. That's a bit too active. Late night vaporwave. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right, let's get into this. So my computer crashed and shit like that, and so I kind of had to restart and get back in there and stuff. So let's see what we got. So at the moment we got the blaster camera inside of the damn mesh, and I'm trying to get it at the front of the damn eye of the creature. And then I'm going to do terrain, I think. Or something, I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that out. But we have a naming spell wrong. It's a bit simplistic, isn't it, that? You know what? Fuck it. This isn't progress. You know what? Listen. You know. Okay, sorry guys. Frisk Zelda. Let's do. I'll just pick a different game. I'll just pick a different game. Minecraft. Oh yeah, this was sick, wasn't it? This was sick. I don't know, it's something you would want to listen to though. Yeah, people heard this stuff so many times. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find something that works. You know, it's a bit... Okay, we could do energetic for now. I don't give a shit. I mean, let's go for it. Let's do it. Let's go energetic. Just quiet. I'll just put it quiet. Don't know if you want to see that while I'm coding or not, but there we go. It's a bit weird for nighttime, but I don't give a fuck. So here we are. So the camera is sort of floating above. Now it sees inside, but it can switch to be above it at the moment, which is not correct. So I need to sort that out. Or it can be like sort of like around it. You see? So we've got to fix that, and that's what I'm doing now. Is that I need the camera to not be fucking hell, man. To not be like that, basically. So is it alright for me to play this on a stream like this? Who gives a fuck, man? We're supporting artists, man. Daria Kolosova, go watch her. She's a good DJ. Right. So we need to get this fucking camera sorted out. So where is the fucking thing happening now? It's so confusing sometimes. Right, so... Okay, first person. So right now I'm looking for this string here. Well, it's actually a vector or a number or something. We'll figure it out. That's what we're looking for. So why don't we use the search engine? I mean, hello there, Ola War, Usama. Oh, I won't say all that. Ola War. I'm gonna call you Ola War. I'm gonna call you Ola. 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 Yeah, Ola. I'll call you Ola. I hope you don't mind. There's your precision. Right, this is the vector we need. This is going to change. See, it's at 50. If I do this 10, it's going to go down. Watch it. Zoom in. Well, not zoom in, but like go closer. I think. Oh, maybe not. What the fuck? Okay, reload then. Alright, hold on. What the hell? My gosh, the camera. Right. Do I have to restart it? Okay, we're back at the ground now. Okay, so now we're getting closer. See? Before it was like a map. Wow, the camera's really hard to use in this position. There is some kind of movement going on, but it's not quite. We need to fix that. But so we're trying to get this camera that I'm moving here to be where their eyes are over there. So we've got to keep playing about with these numbers. Then once we can do that, I might have to do some more tweaking, but okay. So we're playing about with this vector at the moment, I think. Gosh, so tedious. Not the coding of this thing, yeah. Okay, right, so this is X. Now, is that going forward, or is this going forward? Guess we're going to find out. Hold on to your butts, guys. I need to reverse that so that I don't have to keep pressing escape. Okay, so now we're closer to the eye. Finally, man. Now we just need to get it down there. Let me sort something out here, because that's going to get really old. It already is, with the switching around. Where the hell is that damn fucking method, function, whatever. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll answer any whatever. Just, I don't mind. I don't care. Or don't at all. You literally don't have to do anything. Totally don't mind. What the heck is the bloody fuck? The switch. I'm going to refactor this code as well, because this is getting stupid. Not right at this moment, but I'm going to have to do it at some point. It's stupid. Right, where are the keyboard presses? Okay, we're getting closer. WASD. Where's E? Oh god. Oh my. Key. E. Very cool, man. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. Just. Oh my god, the camera. We're going to fix that. But yeah, we got it doing some stuff. Trying to do that. After I've done this, I'm thinking about doing the terrain. Or something, I'm not sure. I kind of want to get this thing moving properly, and I might change this mod as well because it kind of blows. I kind of just slid it off the cuff to see if I could get bone animation working, because there's bones in there, or in the GLTF or GLB or GLTF file, and they're moving on keyframes or whatever, and that's, or whatever, bone weights on keyframes and that kind of shit. So that's why you're getting that cool vertex stuff going on. Right, this is the fucker doing it, so mouse switch somewhere. Where is that? Right, change this around. Okay, now when I press escape, it's not going to be annoying once it's reloaded. Let me reload. Yeah, I think we'll do terrain optimization. Whoa. Oh my god. Right, go back. Restart. Okay. Okay, that's good. Press escape. No. Okay, that stopped. Good. Yay. Now that's a bit better. Nice, I think. No, no. We've reversed the no, we've gone back to the original problem. Dude, this is so stupid. Right, we're gonna... Right, escape. Thank you. Right. So, what is going on then? What is going on? Why? Okay, press escape. Right, can switch camera mode, camera positions. Press escape, come out of it. I want to show someone something. Okay, yeah, it's going to be flicking F. Right. Why do I have to press escape again there? Because it's a... I don't know why I have to keep pressing escape for that. Whatever. I'll fix it later. So, let's keep moving this blasted thing down. We'll get there. Can't find that thing again. Dude, this music is rocking. There it is, right. So we're closer to it, now we need to get into it. Where's the camera now? Where's his eyes? Okay. I mean, that's close and closer, isn't it? The shading, I need to sort the shading out. Let me sort the shading out. Let's fix that so we can actually see it better. As always, I feel like I'm just rinsing and repeating myself here. Right. Where's the blasted thing? Oh, it's gonna fucking restart, isn't it? Maybe. Yep. Now it's super bright. Okay. So we'll just change the ambient strength so it's a bit brighter. But oh, that looks like posterization now. But can I see the fucking face? Fucking hell. So that makes it more shiny, that one, that variable number there, obviously. Let's make it super shiny then. It's a specular lighting. That's the number. That's the. So tired. I've been up all day. I'm so sorry. I will be doing something else in a minute. Okay, let's just try and raise it up a bit, and then I'm gonna count that. Consider that pretty much done. Yeah, I know it doesn't have any obvious eyes or anything like that. It's, I could do better 3D modeling. This is just getting shit done, getting stuff working. So, where's that fucking number? So, it's lower. So maybe bring that up a bit. Up a bit. I will be on tomorrow if anybody wants to come about noonish or early evening. I'll put it on my. If you want to subscribe, feel free to, and it will be on my community post thing. You know, when you go to the post section or community section, whatever post section I think it is, or there will be timestamps there if you want to know. We're going to be building the UI for the stream, not Steam, and also doing coding like this as well. So it'll be like a half and half stream, and we'll be listening to some, stuff like this as well, of course. If you're interested. Whoa, where's that going? Okay, that's the mouth. That's the eyes. So now we need to move over a bit. I'll be building websites and like embedding them into OBS if I can, and shit like that. So, anyone's wanting to know. Okay, we're too far away now. Fuck. This is pretty overkill, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough for now. So now we just need to get this fucker moving. Like actually moving. So whoa. I think the first thing I'm going to do actually is, I suppose I could just build another model that has legs and arms maybe, but animating that fucker is going to be such a bastard. But we'll give it a try. Let's see if we can get there, because this was awful before. fuck off. In D minor, no, in F major. Why is that twerps like that and that one not? Yeah. What? I don't care if it looks amazing, I just want it to work. I mean, nice enough in it. Am I saying anything? Fuck. What? How is that? That's fucking... Oh, it is what it is. I'm building a 3D model. Jesus, for testing. I suppose I could get one pre-made though. I mean, I don't know why I didn't just do that. Maybe I should do that. Oh, why am I doing this then? Do you know what, actually? Sorry about that, but I guess you got to see how to make 3D models, kind of. I hope you enjoyed that. I got the OS installed. I'm commenting from the new OS. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the sub 1 GB mark. Oh, that blows. There's a thing you can do with like you can hack into programs like using like byte shifting kind of shit. Like it's like how you get past like password and stuff like that. I've never done it, but like you could maybe try that method, but use it for like OS level. Just mess around with like hexadecimal values. That's really tall order though, because it's like, well, how does that affect how does that change how much RAM's used? But then it's like, well, if you can find a sequence of stuff, then maybe it can stop some process running that doesn't need to be running. And for it to still be used experimentally, of course, it's achievable. Oh, right. It baffles me. I mean, I don't understand why it needs about 5,000 million things going on at once just to... I mean, it depends on what we're talking about, obviously. If we're talking about, like, programming or game development or music creation or graphics design, anything, software, anything, you know what I mean? I guess there's a shit going on, but you can always dual boot Linux on your computer and live a happy life. True, and I have done that, but then there was some weird shit with the partitions and bullshit, but I might actually do it again. I'm actually thinking about it. Because it would make this kind of more nerdy. So you can't go wrong with that. I don't think we've quite got to like NeoVim level yet. By the way, are you like a refining type of person, by the way? Are you like somebody who likes to refine yourself, or you like help other people refine themselves? Just out of curiosity. Like a mechanic type person, or you're more like a sporty type? Well, obviously you're a coder, but would you say you're more mechanic or more sport as well? I don't know, is that too personal? I'm an external synchronizer type of person. You know, I'm all about warming people and things like that, and essential stuff and that kind of thing. Like that a lot. Sorry if that was like way off topic from what we're talking about. I've done all that. I've like used to back in the day. I used to get the discs and like I'll get the ISOs and I put them on disc and then I'll do like crappy like hand drawn, well not crap or semi crappy hand drawn aesthetic labels for them, for like Ubuntu being orangey and Gentoo green, or I don't know, it was, and not just like a flat color. Sometimes it was like, you know, a design. That was back in the days when like ISOs was kind of like a nerdy novelty thing. So that was kind of fun. And then I sort of obviously went more digital oriented. Yeah, I get it. I'm neither though. I don't even know what I am myself. I want with OS and mean programs in general. What I am myself. Oh, I guess I am. I'm neither though. I don't even know what I am myself. I hear you. Some glitchy shit going on. That's sick. I just enjoy getting to do whatever I want with the OS and I mean programs in general. Oh, okay. I enjoy getting to do whatever I want with it. So it's an enjoyment to mess around with the software made by other people. So it progresses your symbols within, and other people's, of course, in a way. So okay. I enjoy the experience of the result. I like that a lot. The process getting there, hit and miss sometimes. Sometimes it's more fun, sometimes it's less fun. Sometimes the actual process is part of the art as well, which makes that more fun. But I don't know how you turn this into art. That's not true, but I mean, it's not going to change anything really, right? Someone isn't that dense to go to do some ramp shit, but I like the process, fucking up, fixing the fuck ups. Okay, cool. Sub 1G or 2 isn't that different? Still 2 GB uses RAM virtualization and then just join done thing. Yes. Okay, I'm better with. Oh, you asked me a question. I mean, it's not going to change anything really, right? 1 to 2 GB difference. You might shed off a few frames. You know what I mean? A few seconds, maybe, off load time and whatever, off where RAM is needed. In games, you might shave off a little, you know, a bit. You might shave off a few frames. I'm not sure. It depends on the game. I'm good with specific questions. So, if you want me to like talk about the stuff you're into, then ask questions if you're into them, or if you want to ask me personal questions, ask that, or you know, I don't know. I feel like I'm, yeah. Okay, let's get this fucking sorted. Oh. Okay, we want this bastard to be moving now. Like, properly moving. So it's like a DIY type of person. So you're like a logician then. You're like computer mind and all that kind of stuff. And but anyways, yeah. But I mean, a frame of two isn't that important, is it? I'm just saying that the purpose of the things I do could sometimes be a little idiotic. I'm actually going to say that it's probably helpful in a way. It's just the situation and the environment that you're in. It's a bit like the whole thing about like geniuses and idiots and things like that. They're both the same, dude. It's just the circumstance that the art is, you know, viewed from. Because a line isn't like, doesn't take 10 hours to, you know, it can though, and a line can be drawn in a way where it takes 10 hours and somebody's going to look at that and go, wow, that was some fucking dedication, you know. But, you know, if they just go and get a pen and go bloop, like that, not everyone's going to give that a shit about that. I mean, I will, but not the people, because they don't, you know. Yeah, they're totally the same. It's just the one that one actually managed to pull something off from being an idiot. It's the one actually manages to pull something off from being an idiot. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's another way to. That's another one. That's another narrative of that, of being an idiot. There's the idiot who's just always never gonna get it. He's for some reason he's either just small-brained, developed wrong, you know, other reasons that might be a bit too offensive, but what I mean by that is like medical conditions, if you know what I mean, like head blown out or something like that, whatever. I don't want to get too like offensive with that, but you know, whatever the reason is, and then some of them, they will do something. They'll just jump over the correct rock at the correct time. A fucking bird will fly over on the left side, and then it will sparkle shit on the window, and it will just be a certain shade of, you know, of brown, and someone will go, "What? I've never seen that kind of shit before." And all of a sudden it turns into the golden shit picture or something like that everyone looks at for the rest of their lives every so often. It turns into a meme, the golden shit meme. So that when you get someone, you know, when friends come along and they're just like, man, you know, I mean, what is the legendary, you know, like, you know, sewer trophy? And it's like, that's the one, man, that's the one. You got to optimize to it, you know, clench the left and right, you know, and that suck in, suck out, fuck it all about, whatever, you know. Exactly, life is crazy enough. Oh, absolutely. The whole thing's fucked up. Life. I'm dying. I woke up everyone. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I fucked his life up for a few seconds. Hopefully, actually, it's longer than that, to be fair. But hopefully, your conscious dream doesn't have to suffer any longer from knowing that I fucked up that moment for you. Sorry. Exactly, life's great. The whole thing is fucking fucked, right? It's gonna get like. I think everything's a lie. I think everything's an approximation. I don't think there's a creator or anything like that. You know, whatever. I just think that everything's just a vibration or a movement of abstract symbols. You know, and that's it. And it just cycles over and over again. I don't think there's a start or end. I think that's an illusion that the brain wants to find a start to something, but I don't think there actually is one, which is a mind fuck, because then it's like, okay, well, if this is the only universe, is there other ones out there doing the same thing? I mean, like, you know, but then why is there a gigantic dark field out there? You know, a massive dark field made out of mechanical energy, I presume, right, or absorption energy, whatever. And it's just like, how far does that go? Obviously, it goes way beyond our vision can even see. I think it's fucking, because it gives you the answer for everything. It can help with answers for everything else, because it all repeats. Like our personalities are based on energetic forces. Like, I'm a thermal energy human, so I have external synchronicities. You know what I mean? Then if you talk to an electric person, they're going to be all about internal individuality. Or if you talk to a radiant person like a Leonardo da Vinci or James Cameron, they're going to be radiant energy, right? They're all about external vibration. Then if you talk to a mechanical person, an absorptive person, they're going to be all about internal vibration. And then heat people are like internal vibration, extrovert. It's kind of complicated, but you know, so all the shit plays out in other ways. So knowing, you can look at, I'm giving away all my little thing about it. You can look at the mechanical person and the radiant person and see that they are copies of the universe's cycle, like the yin and the yang kind of, maybe like the absorptive mechanical, the radiant reflector, right? And watch how they interact with each other, and they'll be very similar to how the universe interacts, kind of at a very, very fundamental level, give or take. So external vibration, which you're probably familiar with, and an internal vibration. Well, how did they come about? How did the internal vibration become external? Right? Well, the internal vibration had to vibrate itself, which it doesn't normally do. It vibrates with other vibrations, I think. Right? But once the universe reaches its limit where it's vibrating itself, then it turns into external vibration, right? Which means it turns into light or radiant energy, right? So darkness turns into light when it tries to vibrate itself. And then you get this like combination of like internal vibration and external vibration that's left over, right? And they interact with each other and you get all this shit. Basically all the energetic forces are like limitations of internal vibration, if you look at it correctly. It's all going to go back to being an abstract symbol of something. Okay, especially something as complex as, yeah, like, it's insane, like, the amount of shit. I mean, sure, if you look at the genetic code, it'll blow, you know, there are patterns in there, you could probably, you know, it's been figured out over time. And obviously you've got the whole fucking, like, how does the brain work kind of stuff, and it's just like, dude, like, it's just patterns, man. Yeah, I mean, it would explain everything, but to look at it, if everything had a meaning and an explanation, would life have... There's no purpose. And meaning is kind of approximate, because once you get down deep enough, the shit meaning flies out the window. There isn't a meaning. It's just bizarre. It's like you're looking at something and I can't make sense of what it is, because I'm not capable. You can say, oh well, that means it's just like an early version of meaning. Fine. And then you keep going. You know, I mean, I don't know. It gets to a point where it's only the thing it is. And that thing, like I said, does what I've already just said. So, I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that could be considered meaning, but then I think that's more like purism than meaning. Meaning is almost like a lie of truth or true purity or something like that. I am now going to stop talking. Right. Okay, we got a fucking sorted out. How the fuck? Don't let that shit get to your head, by the way, and fuck with you, man. Don't do it. I don't want to say too much because it gets a bit fucked up. Just know that you move as a limitation. That's it. That's all you need to know. You vibrate as a limitation. Don't worry if you don't go too deep, because you will walk into places you do not want to walk in, man. I'm telling you right now, especially depending on what direction you go as well. But to be honest, either way you go, you're going. It's like, it's not the deep end. This is like the fundamental end. I mean, you don't give meaning to an object just because you know what the object is. If you're not as advanced to realise that some things are useful for different stuff, as far as I'm concerned. Exactly. Yeah. Simplification. I mean, there you go. Right. It's simplification. Once you simplify things, the meaning goes out. It's not, I'm not trying to shit on, like, you know, people who love meaning and stuff. I mean, it's just saying that they're basically doing the thing that meaning is anyways, just at a deeper level. So they're almost impressive, but I don't know if I'm contributing much to what I've just said, but hopefully it's doing something. Right. Okay, so do you want to listen to one of my other older DJ sets? Hold on. What the fuck is it? I can't find it. What the fuck is all this, guys? That's not what I want. Alright. I'll skip the beginning because it's kind of like quirky, but me DJing like in 2017 or 16 or I don't know, sometime around there. My dancing is so hilarious. I was so like in one of those like I don't give a shit. I just want to be me at that time, which is different. Do you think that we would? It's like the most atomic type of meaning, like smell. You cannot break it into logic anymore. It's just smell. See, it's fascinating you say that because I guess that's actually a good point. Because smell is basically, I think it is color, but it's like complex color. And I think our brains are complex enough to kind of give sort of like almost like a universe to it. So it's like you're altering all these different colors. And they're having like physical effects on your body at the same time. So there's like color hallucinations, and then it's like temperature changes or other weird other energetic things that are happening at the same time. And that's like, if you like, our pain is like sour taste, right? Like sour. Pleasure is like sweet. But if you look at sweetness, you can tell there's like a warmth to it, but there's also like an hallucination of color. But then you ask, well, then what's all the different flavors of food? There's so many of them. It goes back to that crazy thing about how are we actually observing. I think it's because the default is observing. I don't think there ever was a point when it wasn't observing. I think a rock truly does observe. I just don't think it observes at the level of a human. It's made out of darkness, but maybe I'm just maybe I should get back to don't you think that it would benefit more if we got to know what life is? So basically the purpose of like oh, you mean like what actually is like the natural result or whatever of this? I think we're just a byproduct. I mean, I really do. I think that's the best way to put it. We're the cycle, you know. We're the cycle. Think of it like a tree of life, but universally. You know what I mean? That vibrates. Sorry for repeating myself, but yeah, I'm getting struggling. I have to ask these questions later when I'm a bit more awake. You can describe red to people in a way that the brain might be able to synthesize something that might be similar to it, even if you're blind. I think I'm not 100% on that, but I think if you told someone so much shit about red, I don't know. I think you'd actually have to get in someone's brain and figure out like a pattern of like their version of what red is in their mind, even though they're blind. And then you could then make that as the decision that they pick, rather than them trying to choose in like from their own elusive choice box that isn't even a choice. But what about the person that Enver had touched or smelled a bread? Oh, that environment had. Enver? Who's Enver? What the person that Ember had touched or smelled? Is that like a story? What about the person that never had touched or smelled the bread? I think the subconscious has to be fueled with information, either from its like natural movement or from actually experiencing it. Give or take, I don't know, man. I think your brain can get enough information that it starts to come up with shit maybe on its own, or it has enough information from just daily life. I mean, there's so many things that are happening at any moment, so I mean, it has a lot to work with. So I think that's more accurate probably to say that you're feeding the subconscious 24 all the time. You know, a picture you draw can turn into a dream. Like, I've seen it happen so many times, like where I've had, like, I was working on this like Bandcamp collection for like 3 years, and one of the songs turned into the most beautifulest, like, you know, fruity, you know, like chamomile warm, purpley sunset dream. It was just one scene or two, and it just had this strong, intense warmth with a kind of chamomile quality to it. And I could talk about that if you want, but a bit bittery, basically, like a bitter warmth that's really strong. And there was like a fruity, like grape lollipop quality to it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I've never got drunk once in my life. I want to try magic truffles. I've had shit tons of ceremonial grey cacao, and by the way, you guys can gloat and talk about yourselves. By the way, I'm not trying to sit here like the throne of the universe or something. Oh, I've got all the knowledge. Fuck all your books, mate. I am the library, okay? I am obese. My belly's full of pages, okay? You know, I fucking shit symbols, okay? And when I go to the toilet, I whistle music, you know? If you've got friends, I can enchant them with my, you know, my laser eyes. Photonic fucking quantum laser eyes, you know? So come on down, Finky. Get you. No, shit. Oh, if we were closer, I would use some of those words. Right. But I don't want to be rude online to people who may only see me as a passerby or something, or a YouTube. Right. Parasku Karate. Damn, man. We should all get drunk. Yeah. I think I answered that. It'd be fun. I'm not against. I might try one drink one time. But I always said to myself, you know, I might do that if I find I'm thinking about going to Brighton to like meet my person, because I've been indoors forever, and I was thinking that, yeah, maybe it would be the only time that I'd ever drink one drink. But I'm still saving up money at the moment, so I've got to get some custom clothes done. And what the fuck? That transition was kind of intriguing, wasn't it? Kind of like 2 songs. Right, what the fuck? I forgot I was doing that. Okay, so we did the eye shit. As a pleasurable sensualist, I am trying to find someone who gets the crazy shit that I am. Oh, we're doing movement in it, so we're doing keyboard presses. So how in the fuck? Oh, hold on. Speed, right, hold on. Right, let's try that. Is it going to move more, or is it going to shoot around? It's trying. I don't know if you caught that little flickering of emotion there. But where's Suzanne? Come on, Suzanne. I need to see you. Yeah, see? Suzanne's there. We've been friends for like 10 years now and going strong. Maybe longer. Okay, it's like chessboard or something. It keeps snapping back. It's like a train that's like can't make it. You know, it's electrically controlled. I need it to keep moving. It keeps locking. Why is it doing that? Does it keep? It's because it's in the loop in it. Where the fuck? So it's looping. Yeah, definitely. That's the correct word there. Well, one of them. I'm trying to figure out where I'm not even quite, like the translation, like the movement of this is being reset every time. And I think we're in a loop, which is why this is, yeah, that's why it's doing stuff. So I need to change something and I don't know what number it is. Just need to make an adjustment. Yes, it actually is at the moment. It's like scrolling through a fucking Egyptian like pyramid of crap, except it's made with English symbols. I'm like, right, is that a tentacle or? Feel free to ask, dude. Like, I can try my best to explain what I can read. So basically, think of this as magical shit on numbers. Everything is a number and we're doing magical stuff to it. Like if I want to change the colour of this caterpillar that doesn't really look like one, it looks like a fucking you know what pink colour, like I can just go to wherever the uniform is. Don't have to suit up for this one. It's a skill issue from my side. Coding is about copy and paste and refine. I've said it so many times. Right, that's what it's about. Right, pattern adaptation. It's not about writing it from scratch. That is so fucking insane. That's more for like specific things, or if you're really starting out from the start, like, you know what I mean? Dennis Ritchie was working on top of B. You know, he wasn't working on top of Dennis. You know, he wasn't working on top of Dennis. Dennis wasn't on top of Dennis. You know, that's a bit difficult for human. You know, you got to have some interesting geometry for that. I like writing it from scratch, it's fun. Sure, I mean, it's totally, yeah, if you don't mind like that, then it's good. Like, if you don't mind non-mind oriented coding, then you set, or if you just like the vibe of writing it out, like go for it, you know? It's different minds have different likes, you know? I'm more of a present moment type of person, like a sensualist, obviously. So for me, it's like I need to get straight to the results. You know, I'm not like trying to cheat the system necessarily, but I'm more like any percent speed run. Some people are like they're more step by step. I'm more like any percent speed run. So whatever gets it done, like that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? I don't kind of care. I mean, I kind of do, but not actually. No, even more so now. I'm starting not to care more as I get older, just because it's just noise. All this shit's noise, man. All this egoic shit's noise, dude. It's just motivation, and even it's like, to what, dude? To what? to lose inevitably. Like everybody loses, so even like the greatest people. I don't want to get too negative in it, but it does make me insane every once in a while. Though, oh, cat, of course, you know. I suspect you guys are like sitting there looking at this one symbol, going, right, should I make it plus, make it minus? You know, or you're copying bits because you've done it like 40,000 times, but you know. And you're just like, okay, what does that do? What does this do? What does that do? What does that do? What does that do? Why is it doing, you know, what's it doing to the number? Yeah. Anyways, right, I need to change the color of this thing. Where is the uniform? Right, here we go. Finally, we're getting something that looks like what I want. Model color, monkey. I want to change this pink fucker. There we go. Right, let's change it to something else. Let's pick a different color. Visual color picker, the best color picker I've ever seen. It's not even still made. It's like you just go type it in and hope you find it somewhere. I can give you a link if you want. I'll try find it again. Should do burnt orange, because whatever. That's me, by the way, there, if you're wondering. That's me dancing stupid. An androgynous minded male born. So I don't give a fuck. Pansexual, who gives a fuck? I don't give a shit what people think. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Where's the fucking burnt orange? You actually have to burn the pixel on the orange one just to get the correct colour. Fried pics. I haven't done that yet, by the way. Just putting that out there. Right, that might work. Now, it's going to be one. Fuck's sake, man. It's so funny, isn't it? Sorry, I'm being silly. I'm not taking the piss. I just think it's funny to go. Okay, I'm going to start doing that now. Literally, I'm not taking the piss. Please, 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 please. Sparrow, that's fucking fascinating. That's really interesting, actually, from a synchronistic point of view. Anyways, I will... You do not want to go into that through your 3-year minefield, so I'll keep you out of that one. We're changing the colour of this, okay? That's what we're doing now. Right. So this should be 1, I think. Let's do 0.5 and 0, and that will probably look something like that. Yeah, I don't mind. Like it's more about the person, and if we synchronize each other enough, and I guess if it depends on the kind of person. Like if it's a female, then it's probably more like I would want it to be polyamorous. But if it was like a male, then it might be different a bit. I don't know. It's weird. I think I'm more like I'm kind of like one of those like. I don't like to say no to people, you know. I don't know if this is getting too TMI, but like just no in general. Like I don't like that whole. I get it if you're somebody who's monogamous and you just want to have one person for the rest of your life and get married, fine, fair dues. But I know I struggle with that because I'm a bit of a. You know, I'm a synchronizer. I'm a variety person. I find it insulting to say no to someone, purely because it's the standard or something like that. I don't give a fuck about standards, man, unless it's actually like a pleasurable thing. Fuck that. Like, oh, I walk into it. I'll wear a uniform because some cunt told me to. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Who cares about it? Ginger's a weird one there. I mean, I made a video on this where I talked about it, and I was pretty, you know, I was a bit verbal in there as well. We don't have to turn this into some like crazy political debate. Everybody has their own views and stuff. My thing is like, if you go out into the universe, I know we haven't done that yet in the fullest sense of it, but we know there's probably aliens out there, like, and even if there wasn't, like, we're aliens in our own self. So I know that's hard for people to wrap their head around. So if you could, if someone could just open up their mind a bit. I'm not saying you guys can't, but there's going to be other creatures out there who are going to be living bizarre lives to us, you know, and have bizarre. They're going to have similar things. They're going to have like the male thing, a female thing, probably something similar, because, you know, it might be different because of how they go about it. Maybe it's a bit more bizarre, but they're going to have something that's different, you know, and we're going to sit there and go, oh, there's no gender for that, even though we clearly can fucking tell there is one, but we just don't have a name for it, right? You know what I mean? I don't know. So that's another thing. That's one thing. And then the other thing is like, well, if we look at the actual anatomy of animals, clearly there's some weird shit going on with like people who are in between, like intersex people born with two parts and all that kind of stuff, and, you know, people born with brains that don't have struggle with like their identity and their gender. I mean, we clearly know that mental health is quite complex. We are aliens to aliens. Who's the real alien then? Sits down and dies. What if we are aliens to aliens? Well, of course we are. That's exactly what I'm saying. Anyways, but so there's, yeah, it definitely went. Okay, right. I'm gonna get this orange working. So it's gonna change colour now. Watch it. Watch. If I think. Yeah, there you go. Now it looks like Nickelodeon orange. That is sick. It looks like the Nickelodeon logo, doesn't it? Just like, this is how they generated it. They got off their ass and they writ all this shit for 10 hours. That is so cool. I'm so glad I made that colour now. I might not get rid of the caterpillar now. I might have to make him smaller. Stick him in the corner. Nickelodeon cat. Nicopilla. I don't know if that sounded a bit. Anyway, let's just carry on. So we made it orange. What was I doing again? The camera. Color change. We wanted to get it moving. Oh my god, where's the key? Press this. Oh shit. No, just on the YouTube at the moment. Maybe we'll get to Twitch eventually once I get a creative workstation that can handle 3,000 or 4,000 streams going at once at the correct FPS. Oh my gosh, this is so tedious, right? Not like I can't handle this, but okay. I keep forgetting what I need to do every fucking 10 seconds. My ADHD is so bad. Literally, I got it's so hard to like focus in, get away from it, and it's gone. And I have to like regenerate back into it or something. I'm sorry for how slow this has been. Okay. Okay, the keys. Right, the keys now. How... Right, fuck this. It is funny, isn't it? Somewhere. Oh, whoa, we had something happening. Dude, I can't fucking see it. That's what's... Oh, it keeps snapping back, dude. Look at this. It moves, and it's the matrix keeps snapping back to the original position. I need to find out why it's doing that. Then we can take this orange turd to the void. Then we can do terrain, and then I'm going to sleep. Would you switch to Linux anytime? I'm thinking about dual booting. Think the Thinker inspired me. To take my hard drive where no hard drive has ever gone before. Yeah, orange turd, yep. The caterpillar of the orange turd, or the orange turd caterpillar, or just the orange turd, or the Orangian. I don't know. Domain on Windows is not practical in my opinion. Oh, no, it's not. Kind of. I think Visual Studio Community is a bag of shit, but it's also more convenient than JCC on Windows from my experience. So it's like, you know, what color of the turd do you want? You know, this is the one I picked. No racism meant with that by a long stretch. Dude, okay. This is really like... Is that what's happening? This is where it's getting reset in it. So I need to get that the fuck out of there. I think. And yes, it's translating it back to the original position. But that's a caterpillar. What? Right. As long as it's outside of the fucking loop, that's all that matters right now. There we go. Now when I move, I should rocket forward. I think. Right, let's watch it. Suzanne, sorry, we're going. There we go. Yes, it worked. Haha. We might even be able to go backwards as well. We're coming back, Suzanne. Get your fucking orangutans out. There we go, we're back. We've got movement. Finally. Alright. Right, now I need to get that movement sorted out because that's going way too fast. We don't go sleep because the party don't stop. Don't need to sleep because the party don't stop. I can't see shit because this fucking thing sucks. Dude, I can't move the fucking camera. Right, come back. Thank you very much. Right, where am I seeing this from? Right, is that the front then? Where's the front? Right, when I press W, shouldn't it? Yeah, that's correct. So we're at the front now. We're actually like in front of the eye of the orange turd. So that's a start. We can't do rotation yet, but we'll get there. This is going to be our player eventually, not the orange turd. We're going to change it into a character in a short minute. I'm going to change the 3D model. I need to get this orange turd to the ground where... Just to develop theory at Sparrow XD _ real. I'm not sure. Okay. Hello. Oh, I don't have fucking Emmett on here, do I? Motherfucker. That's a good question. I need to be very careful what folders I pick around here. That's what I'm going to say. Right, there we go. Fuck off. What colour do you want? Sparrow black or grey? I need to know. Why did I do? Oh, that doesn't matter, does it? Black. All right. Why am I doing this? I don't. Yeah, just for a minute. Gonna be doing a lot of that tomorrow. So if you want to come round to see how I'm making websites for my, we're gonna build the stream so we can do all the UI for the stream and shit like that, and like what you can see on there and the notifications, all that kind of lovely stuff. I say garbage because that's a comfort word. Oh, I don't have auto refresh on. That's why I was like, why is it not looking correct? Why has it gone on a new line? Oh, never mind. What the fuck? I can make one. That would be kind of cool, actually. I think I will, actually. Why not? I'll give it. I'll put it. When I made it, I'll put it in the post. I'll make a video and just say this is the Discord thing. Yeah, that'll be fun. Cool. Let's do that. So, there you go. I don't know. I was gonna like. I mean, we can do like animations. It's kind of, I can do animations. I just have to look at the fucking, because I forget the syntax because it's so ridiculous. Is it? There you go. 3D, whoa. And let's not do red, let's do cyan. Why is it looking stupid like that? I wonder why it's doing that for. Yeah, I'm just being stupid. It's part of my picture, I don't. Huh. That's weird. Why is it doing that though? Like, I swear I'll stop in a minute. Okay, that's a bit better. I don't know. That's like, there you go. That's some website stuff. If you want to know, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can do it like do this. Or, anyways, right. I'm not fucking around. We're trying to get. We've got movement now. Top 10 unsolved questions in computer science. Go on then. What is it? Centering a div. Oh, right, yeah. Sure. So centering a div you can do with grid. And you basically just create a div, or you can use the HTML tags, whatever, and you just basically. Oh, do you want me to go back? Hold on, let me. Let's do. Hold on a minute. I think I've got the code still there, so I should be able to just carry on in it. I didn't delete it. Is it code? I don't know which one it is. Oh, for fuck. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. There you go. That's it. That's one way to do it. It's a good way to do it. Or you can do it with grid as well. Depends on if you want two-dimensional or one-dimensional, but you can use them interchangeably in various different ways. So that's how I would do that usually. You can also use margin auto with particularities, or you can use a table, but that's like old-fashioned way of doing it. You can make a table and then lay it out in the table. I think that's how you do it. Then you just make the table invisible. I think. Or you just hand code the motherfucker into the center with JavaScript. Up to you. Or TypeScript if you prefer. I'm not really a big fan of TypeScript, as it were, also known as TypeScript. So what we're going to do now, we've got this fucking thing moving. I'm so sorry, this might be just like what is he doing? So we could work on terrain now if you want, because like I've got the movement now. I just got to tweak the movement to make it more smoother. Probably delta time, maybe. I'm already doing that. Make it smoother, make it work with the camera and mouse look. So when I look to this side, it moves that way. If I look this side, it moves that way. And where I have to rotate, maybe I have to rotate the model. That I'm not going to have a fucking clue how to do that. But basically, rotate the model based on the mouse position or some shit like that. I'm not sure. Do you guys want to see me make some like purling noise? I'm just going to be like some kind of like purling noisy landscapey thing, and then I'm going to sleep. I don't know. I've got to change this model anyways because I need it to be like some kind of character, like I don't know, a creature or something with an arm, with hands. And then somehow make it like have hands in front of it. Probably. Okay, you guys don't give a shit? Cool. Right then, I'm going to make purling noise. Oh, sorry, I don't actually know the outcome. I just didn't get it working. So, so the floor model. Yeah, what if you make the green planet and do the caterpillar mesh movement? Oh, like distorting it. Okay, so do we need to use shaders for that? You know what? Yeah, let's give it some distortion. I think I have to use shaders. I've never done this before, so this is like the first time I've ever got this far in like this level of coding. So just bear that in mind. I mean, I did one time get close to this, but and loaded like a Majora's Mask and had like tiles that you could use a text file to change their positions and stuff like that. But and I did shaders, of course, but it wasn't like this. This is like fucking crazy right now. What's going on here? So floor model has vertices. Floor model vertices need to be manipulated with. So I need to find the code that does that because I can sit there and tweak these floor verts, but I mean I might even be able to do it now, but is this in the loop? No. I'm curious about something. I want to try this. I don't know if this will work. Chances are it's not, but I'm going to give it a go. No floor verts loaded in. Another pipeline. Floor verts. Right here, okay. Oh my god. Float. I don't know what it is, so I'm just going to call it that. Row. Might be row, and column, but probably is actually now that I'm thinking about it. In fact, it definitely is now that I'm really thinking about it. Try this. This could royally fuck it up, by the way. I'm just going to put that out there. So. Does that even work? What? Why does that work and that don't? Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, is it like one of these things where it's like... No, we are truly fucked. The hell does that mean? An inum, I know what an inum is, kind of. I don't need, oh shit, I need you. Right. How do you iterate through a fucking array like this? That's so dumb. Shouldn't that just work? Anyways. Okay. Where's my tried and true? Didn't type that correct. What the fuck? Right. Okay. I will see what it's done. I'm certainly intrigued. Nothing so far. Right. Cursor, what are you doing? Fucking mouse, man. Let me restart this. Make sure I'm on the correct page. I thought it effed up the damn, huh? What's up? Oh, it's moved the model. Why did it do that for? Dumb ass shit. Okay, so the where's the floor model? So that's where's the vertices mess with? Fucking hell. here we are. Right, so that's some width. Alright, let's see what happens when we do this. Apparently nothing. Oh, okay, looks a bit different now. I think. That definitely looks different, like it's been scaled or something. I don't know about you, I think that looks different, but can we start a little time? From my understanding. So how the fuck? Vertices per quad. So these might be terrain variables. Oh, why do I have to fucking reload it every time? Hold on a minute. Is there a way to do this without... Is that all relevant to it? It's hard to tell from this angle. Right, I'm going to try it anyways. See if it works. Reload. Oh ho! There we go. Alright, something's happening. I don't know if it's going to be permanent noise yet. Yeah, but we're getting there. Maybe. Yeah, we're trying to find numbers to fuck around with. That's what we're doing at the moment, if you're wondering. Sorry. I was sort of like in the moment. You know it is. Yes. Oh, moving. Oh yeah, I can do movement, I think. If it can load in real time. Is that happening in the loop or outside of it? Oh, not happening is... Oh, okay. This might have to do this in the loop. This could lag the fuck out. So if I get crashed, sorry about that. I'll come back. So far, so good. Let's change something. Cool. Right, so now we can start doing crazy, wild shit. Not that this is... Well, I don't know if that's enough vertices to mess with, but we'll figure it out. So, we need some variables to fuck with. So, I kind of can do that with this actually. Hold on. Times ix. Oh right, you said that. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it for now. Triangular Minecraft. I want to go in. Or you can make that's how you make your grass. Lo-fi grass or low poly grass. Yeah. It's cool, isn't it? So, how do you, okay, so we need a number that's it's continuously, yeah. So what we're doing is we picked one of the vertices. So I think these are like quads, like each one of these are like a slice of like a quad. and we picked one of their vertices and we shot it upwards. Like if I, you know what I mean? But we're doing it multiply. We're doing 2 units multiplied by whatever this grid, how many grids there are. Which there is 11 cells, or 11, or 10 by 10 quads, or 11 quads, whatever. Look, I can pick a different quad and it will look more weird. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna look like, but yeah, we're picking another quad on another vertice on the quad. Huh? What? Okay, I wasn't expecting that as the result. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's try this then. Oh, it does have a number. Is that why? Guess we're going to find out in a minute. Yeah, okay, let's try it again. It's multiplying 0, isn't it? It doesn't do much. There you go. So that's another quad. So now we've got this interesting, like, I think maybe almost, I don't know, diagonal liney shit going on, maybe. Hello, Arion. How's it going? I know not everybody wants the name call out, so if from this position, this eye position, it's hard to determine. So we're trying to create some kind of terrain, and I'm just fucking around with vertices now on a grid of quads. On my end, yeah, it's got a frame rate drop at the moment. It's not fun, but I can still play it. Like, it's just I don't have a creative workstation. I have a CPU GPU, so I'm impressed I'm even doing this, to be honest. That's the player, by the way, if anyone wanted to know what it looked like. The gigantic Nickelodeon orange turd. So if you want to get millennial, which I am definitely a fan of, this is it right here. And watch, it can do anything. It can do something else. This is the cool part. It can move when I figure out what direction I'm going in. Look, it can move. The orange turd can move, and it can go inside of shit. Look at that. I can almost massage Suzanne and get pegged by it. Do you know that's the Mog from Final Fantasy? I can get pegged by the Mog. I better keep my words calm there, for don't want it shooter to go, no, you can't say that. So fuck off. I'm a human. I want to say what the fuck I want. Kind of. Obviously there are things I won't say because I'm not an asshole. Or we can do first person view of the orange turd. Have a real look at it. Should we make Suzanne spin like really fast for fun of it? Because I'm kind of not bored, but we can make. Actually, let's make Mog spin, and then we'll get back to the thing. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Where's Mog? Let's make her spin. Where's that GL time thing I saw earlier? I need to find it. Or GFLW time or something. Where the fuck is it? By the way, that's me DJing if you're wondering. I just think it's important to point it out. It's on the channel. I can link it if you want, but not that it matters right now. But I need to find the matrix. I found the matrix that rotates, but I need to find the fuck. There it is. That's all it. We have a animation number, possibly. Right, let's make it move. Let's do it on X. That might look shit though, but let's see. Huh? What? Right, let's restart it then. What the fuck is he doing in there? It's different. Where is it? It's not moving, is it? I can't fucking tell. I think it's moving like so slowly. I can see the pixels moving. Right, hold on. And it's not like rendering pixels, right? Let's make that go way faster. So it was working before, I just didn't notice it because it was so subtle, of course, as you do. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Dude, what is it doing? Right, okay, fuck this. I'm gonna fry my GPU on this. What? Okay. What was that clock function doing anyways before on the other thing? Delta time, okay. Oh, fuck it. I'll copy the code. Fuck it. I'll do it down there. Oh my god. Wait, is the okay, mog. So what's the difference? Yeah. Oh, that's the radians is the actual change, not the fucking other stuff. Sorry, that's right. That should be 1 or something to pick what direction it's going in, I think. There we go. We have a rotating mog thing. There you go, running mad. Spastic mog mailbox coming to you. Asim plus floor plus skinned. Let's slow that down majorly. Alright. Cool. Right, terrain again, or whatever the fuck we're doing here. So we were working on vertices in a quad grid. Actually, we can do something here. Actually, I think if that thing works there, it should work over here, innit? So let's try it. So this might multiply. This might just keep multiplying. Actually, I'm not sure. Fuck. Maybe I should do. It will. I think it changes. So 2 numbers are changing. Is that how you do that? Oh wait, hold on. One has to be different, innit? Otherwise, that's not. Maybe. I'm not 100% on this shit. Well, that's a very, very bizarre tower of vertices. How do I make it like oscillate? I might have to use a sine curve or some shit in it. Oh, okay. I think. For fuck's sake. Oh, we've got animation. That's a start. That's what I was looking for. Is this going to keep growing? literally is. That's a cool effect, isn't it? Okay. I don't think we're gonna get a good. I need to get like an algorithm for Perlin noise now. So let's just with the quads. So I'm just gonna ask it to do because it's just gonna. I'm not gonna get anywhere if I do it. But I must try and do it myself. There's no way I can do a grid or whatever. I can make a grid maybe. I'll just be doing the same thing that we're doing there. So I literally probably would be like something to that. So. Can you create a grid of quads and apply Perlin noise to it and make the quads like mountains with some areas more like ground. Otherwise I was just going to go look around and find someone's code, so I don't give a fuck. Insert mistake soon. Wait for it. 3, 2, and 1. Maybe a bit longer than that. Wait for it. No, okay, it's coming. Or is it on the second? I think it might be in the second bit. It's a bit dark this, but this is it. Here it is. 3. Wait, not that part. This bit. Watch this. Bam! My mistake I made right there. Trying to bring it back. Trying to line it back. The lyrics that come after this are kind of apt for our period of time, although I wouldn't take it too hard. If I was you, just pretend it's fictional for the time, because this is like 2017 or whatever. So not this bit, but the bit coming up. Pretty dark. Well, not dark, but I wouldn't have put it in the track if I'd have done it today. Let's just say that. Hair was fucked up back then. No. I know we keep saying that. Like this bit. I do some funny dancing here. Like really silly, stupid shit here. Hash there. I'll look at chat in a minute, sorry. Just biting my nails. Like. Roll. Logical. This teacher set was about like, I'll say it in a minute, but just fucking stupid dancing in this. And the war is too gone. That was the controversial part. It was a different person back then. I mean, some of that's still there, but not. I'm a bit more composed, give or take. But the DJ set was sort of like a story-driven one, a multi-genre, and it was sort of about like a youthful, sorry, no, an adult youthful-minded person, and this is like what's going on in her mind or something like that, or you know, in her life or something, that kind of thing. Something like that. Something. It was a bit like trying to be like a world and be her mind at the same sort of time. I don't know if it was a world, but I did feel like there was sort of like a natural world generation, I suppose, to the track that kind of was beyond just the mind, to me anyways. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry about that, that's not going to happen. Anyways, yeah, so madness going on, right? What's some people in the chat there? What ID is this? So I'm using mixtures. I'm using VS Community 2022 and I'm using Cursor IDE. I also have other NeoVim, but I don't really use that much, and Zed, which I don't use that much. This is Cursor with premium paid for whatever thing, which helps make coding life a lot easier in some places. Right, so let's get to the what we were. Let's see if it even let me render it. Okay, we have to restart then. I hope it didn't fuck everything up. Sometimes they like take things out and piss about. I just need to do the one thing I asked it to do and then piss off. Whoa, okay. Well, we got something. Where's the model? Oh, underneath the ground. Cool. Well, that's something. Not quite what I thought planar noise looked like, but we're getting there. Sound looked like terrain, like I was like in Skyrim or something in the very early time, like prototype of like Daggerfall or something. We're getting there. I need to change this. I need to change this model soon. It's going to be the goal today when after I go for sleep and relax and shave and everything else. So it looks kind of beautiful though. I love this like square. Is it vertex shading or something, or whatever the hell that is? Put some trees in here. For loop, some tree generation. Probably get models for that one though, maybe. Don't know. Okay, so that's good. So let's have a look at the code, because fuck knows if anybody's still around. I appreciate it if you are. We're gonna make a Discord as well. It's gonna be wicked Discord though, none of this bullshit. Like, I mean, try and make it as good as good. No fucking around. Cool aesthetics, whatever. I might even pay for my premium there, I'm not sure, depending. So where's the shit that I need to find the code that does all this craziness right now so I can fuck around and have a look. Oh my god, well this is how you generate stuff, by the way guys. If you want to see how you generate this kind of shit, this is it. This is what we do. You're messing around with numbers. This is your Perlin noise. These are all your arrays of numbers, and then those I presumably work on this to do crazy shit with all these what look like functions with which return remainders of 256, so that might be another number, or Well, obviously it's a number. I mean, colour, right? No, blue. Is red in there? Does that? Well, let's have a play. Wait, that's... what is T? Let's see what happens. It's gonna look mad, possibly. Or not at all. Okay, so it changed it a bit. Don't know if you notice, but it looks a bit more, how should I say, more abrasive, I guess. It does to me anyways. Whoa. Is it moving? Dude, it always looks like it's moving when it's not. Fucking hell. What's going on here? What? Oh, fucking syntax, sorry. Right, what the hell is going on now? Like a waveform. It's a three-dimensional waveform. That looks cool as fuck, dude. What kind of? I'm sick of looking at that fucker, aren't you? I was there 4 hours ago, so welcome to the welcome to the badge of honor right there. The orange turd's getting a fucking vacation, and so am I in a few months. So I mean, we have something that looks like, but this is fucking stupid right now. I'm trying to animate it, but it's so fucking, like, I don't know what number to use. Figure that one out. happened here? Okay, I'm gonna call it a night now because I'm getting tired. But I mean, I know it doesn't look exactly like what I wanted, but it looks, it's you know, we're getting there. I'll probably do like a skyboxy thing as well when I come back on tomorrow, or maybe today, but later on. I need to sleep hard, so I'll probably like be on in the evening or something. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. And like I say, you know, this was sort of a spur of the moment thing. I was just sitting there going, oh, I'll just document this for myself, you know, just me making this game, just so it's there. And but then people joined, and it was like shit tons of people. I was like, fuck me, all right, let's keep going then, you know. So that's what we're gonna do, I guess. And this might be the start of many streams. So cool. I hope people got something out of this and they enjoyed it. I don't know. Surely there was something. Apparently lots of people laughed, so that's cool. Really awesome. Music probably was alright, hopefully. I answered as many questions as I could. There was some difficult times, but none of that's like to cherry. I don't know. I'm tired. And I really think this is cool. I really think that this, you know, it's nice to be in a position to do this because I'm going to run with it. So like I said, everybody can get to this point if they want to do these points. They just, you know, determination, motivation, passion, you know, the way your mind is, your mindset, the philosophy, everything that you take, everything matters. So anyway, so thank you everybody, and look forward to the next stream because we're going to be working on the website stuff to integrate into the stream, and then we're going to do some more coding. I might even do some other languages as well. So if you want to see me like work on the Stardew Valley thing, I might go back and give that a try. I'm not trying to copy Stardew, but I'm just trying to make like a hobbyist, non one-for-one similar game, if that makes sense. Or maybe we'll do some Python as well. I don't know, but we're definitely going to do C++ stuff, so we'll carry on with this because this is the peak. This is peak for me right here. There's going to be some other stuff in the future. If this goes really well, I might even do some crazy shit you probably don't even know that I was going to do that. If you watched, you know, I'm not even going to let, some people might know, some people might not know. That's what I'll say. So I'll leave it there. Thank you everyone, awesome people, and appreciate all of you's. Moku, he was really cool. We sat around for like hours just watching me with Tender Chat. Fink, Sparrow, some others, really cool. So thank you everyone, appreciate it. Bye.